Well, Matt, piles of leaves and other yard debris have become a fairly common sight here on Tip Hill. Some, like this one right here, have been here for months now. And with narrow streets and limited parking, neighbors are tired of looking at it and tired of living with the mess. It's an inconvenience, a hazard, and an overall eyesore.
I figured they'd picked it up by now, but it's been out here probably a month, maybe, a little more. It just makes the neighborhood look like, it don't look too good.
Leaves, piles of yard debris, and even Christmas trees clogging the streets and sidewalks of Syracuse neighborhoods like Tip Hill for months.
I see it every spring. People put it out in the fall, and it just sits there all winter long. I mean, I lived in Liverpool, and they had a truck that came around every other week to pick up yard waste. So I don't see why they can't do that here.
And as neighbors continue to spruce up their yards, the piles keep growing.
It just looks bad for the street, but the whole street's like this.
And given the dry conditions, the potential for danger grows as well.
Because of the temperatures and the conditions, that these leaves and brush could definitely catch on fire, especially if a car parked on it and they were hot.
Relief, though, is on the way. Starting Monday, DPW crews will be in the neighborhood to pick it all up, even loose piles like these. Earlier this spring, all Syracuse neighbors were mailed collection schedules. New this year, DPW is working by neighborhood or quadrant throughout the city. Tip Hill, in the northwest quadrant, is the last to be serviced. After this weekend, collections will occur about every 4 weeks, and failure to comply with new rules, like throwing yard waste into the streets, could result in a hefty fine.
After we've been through the city completely one time, if someone doesn't put it out in their proper scheduled time, we will be citing.
Now, if cited, a person will have 24 hours to clean up their mess, or DPW crews will come in and do it for them for a fee of $225. And as I mentioned, parking a premium on a street like this with as narrow as it is. So as you can see, this pile of leaves takes up about 2 whole parking spots, and people haven't been going around it. They've either been parking nearly in the middle of the street or even driving up on it. We see some tire prints in here. Obviously, with dry leaves and a hot car, that potentially could start a fire. For now, reporting from Tip Hill, I'm Kelly Cowan.
Thank you, Kelly. We'll see if they get on it. We'll stay on it for sure.